everybody. Welcome to the first short sack of 2025. This is just a small format that we do where topics that interest us, we just do a little spat about, give our thoughts, and how we feel. Today, it's me and Anil.
That's right. Short sack, long talks, little baby.
That's right. And what we're going to be talking about today is the Anime Awards.
Yeah.
Specifically, just two of the categories. Anime of the year and who we thought should have won, and best ongoing series and who we thought would have won.
Yes.
For best anime of the year,
Solo leveling.
I mean,
Understandable. We'll talk about that. This is a little shortness.
yes.
That's a full sack.
Exactly.
Full sack.
The runner-ups that it had was Dan to Dan, Delicious in Dungeon,
Yeah.
Freerun Beyond Journey's End, Kaiju number 8, and The Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah. I haven't seen Freerun.
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen Kaiju and Solo on the and only 3 of them.
Only those 3?
Yeah.
That's fair. I've watched Dan to Dan, Delicious in Dungeon, Freerun, Kaiju, and I just actually started watching The Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah.
Like
Is
I'm
it
on
good?
the second episode right now.
Okay,
So
okay.
far, it's decent.
All right,
A little political,
Yeah.
a little
nice.
Game of Thronesy.
Ooh.
There's some
I like
twists
it.
and turns happening.
I like
You know,
it.
yeah, it's kind of cool. Who do you think should have won?
I honestly thought the Dan would have won.
Okay,
Just because of their season, like the episode 7, and how the animation quality, it really didn't dip, and the characters are more like depth. There's more depth to the characters. Yeah, there's high school. Yeah, the fan animation was like, the fanfare was like kind of like
Yeah.
outrageous and stuff. But
you
it's-
said episode 7.
yeah,
Which one was episode 7 again?
the one with Acro Silky and the mom.
Oh,
The-
yeah.
the-
That was a Mastercraft episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought, like, because of
Yeah.
that, it would be like, holy, like they were able to
Yeah.
turn it in just one episode. My wife, who's never seen the show, cried to the point where she's like, "Oh my god, I'm a mess." She's
Was she pregnant?
no,
Oh, wow.
not that time, not at that time. She like straight up bawled. She was like, "Oh my god."
No, it was an emotional episode
Yeah,
for sure. Especially when you see,
what happens?
through her eyes, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah. No. Okay.
yeah. So that's what I thought, and like the characters have more depth than Solo leveling.
Fair.
Everyone else is just like, "Oh, Jinwoo, come save me." Like, you're like, all right, dude.
Jin was like, I need to get stronger.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's
That's
it.
literally
He's
all it is.
he's just a Chad.
Yeah, absolutely. I was like, okay. Okay, no, that's cool. Dan to Dan?
Yeah.
Fair
What
enough.
about you?
Fair enough. Okay, so
Let's see
it's
this one.
kind of a tie.
Yeah.
For me anyway, I thought it'd either be Delicious in Dungeon, but it's on Netflix, so I can understand why
Yeah.
most people don't go to Netflix for anime. Get it. Understand. But that show is amazing.
Yeah.
Consistent animation quality, comedic, yet serious at the same time.
Ooh, I like.
Yeah.
That. I may
Yeah.
give it a whirl then.
And they make good food.
Ooh.
The food looks delicious
Ooh.
in the dungeon.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope. But then there was Freerun, and I was really disappointed that Freerun didn't win.
Yeah. From clips I've seen, Freerun's animation, like the dragon fight, was.
So
Baller.
that's the thing with this anime. Like, the battle sequences, they get turned up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, they for sure put the money in them, even though they're like maybe 15, 30-second battles.
Yeah.
They crank that mother. But the rest of it has a nice subtle animation to it. But it's not just about the animation for it. It was the story that they were presenting. The depth of this character, the layers that are being peeled back with Freerun, and her understanding time is allotted for humans,
Mm-hmm.
so they make connections quickly. She's starting to understand why humans are special.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And what
That's a
human
good
life
story.
and what human life really is.
Yeah.
She's trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
She loves somebody, and she didn't realize she loved them until they were gone.
Oh, see, that's a good story.
Yeah.
That's an awesome story right
Yeah.
there. Not a guy who's like, my mom's sick. I gotta get her stronger. Yeah, read the manual, and it turns into like a big thing, but it doesn't really. It's just a dude getting stronger, fighting stronger beings. Guess what? Becoming stronger after he fights those beings. He's a Final Fantasy character that you leveled up to the point of max, and you're just going further and further with him. It's a new game plus for him. That's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a little surprised that Freerun really didn't win.
Yeah.
I felt like everything about it was a fantasy people wanted, you know, like it was in that kind of fantasy-esque era. And what Madhouse did, this for me, this was also like a comeback for Madhouse.
Yeah, because Madhouse was slipping.
What One Punch Man season 2 was very evident of that.
Yeah,
very
they
evident.
just straight B teamed it.
Yeah,
Even the trailer for One Punch Man
wasn't great.
No,
Nobody was excited for it. People were like, "What the hell is this?"
Just, make it a 2-punch.
Yep. And so like that's where we're at. Those two, in my opinion, should have won. Like if Freerun was in there, then I would have said 100% Delicious in Dungeon. But I would say Freerun for sure.
Because you guys been even like when it first came out, like we were talking about it then.
Yeah.
It was still hype. There was no like, hey man, Freerun sucks. It wasn't like Ninja Kamui.
Well, like when I discovered it, I was like, this is interesting, and I told like Coop and Andre about it. They were like, oh okay, but then I was surprised Coop started watching it.
Yeah,
and he really enjoyed it. I was like, your taste isn't trash after all.
you
like,
amazing.
Oh my, that's so good.
All those beatings I gave you.
I was so proud of him. It was like, yeah. He's like, are you watching Freerun? I was like, yeah, I'm watching Freerun.
Are you watching Freerun?
I was like, good job, buddy. Good job.
I didn't have to guide you.
Yeah, exactly. So that's who I thought it was. Well, and I like to say congrats to Solo.
Yeah, like good job, dude.
A1
like
Studios,
you did it.
Good job. They did absolutely amazing. But I'm curious to hear what the rest of the guys think once we get to them when we do our
on Saturday and see what's happening up there.
And the last topic we're going to talk about is the best ongoing series.
Yeah.
Now, Demon Slayer won this title. And I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah, it's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But part of me is like, why did they win? Especially when One Piece won it last year. I'm like, wow. At the same time, I understand the movie's coming out this summer.
Yeah.
Right? So people probably hype for it.
Yeah. All three or one movie's coming out this summer? The first one? The first part?
I think in July.
Yeah.
Yeah. In July, that's dropping.
Yeah, that's a big banger
so
right there.
I feel like this might be the nostalgia hit people are looking for.
Could be.
Because I thought One Piece would have won.
Oh, yeah. I like the Egghead arc was amazing.
Yeah.
Kaido's fights, like all that Wano stuff. I like they had so many impact moments. They had G impact moments where they dapped each other up.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
The dap up. I thought the dap up would be it. Like, no, it wasn't.
So
the dap up wasn't enough.
Just so people know who they were running up against. One Piece, obviously. Bleach was another one. My Hero, Oshinoko.
Yeah.
And Spy Family.
Yeah, they're all good. Even Spy Family. Like, the story's awesome.
Yeah. Like, Bleach, I can understand. It's just because it's been on hiatus for so long. Fandom that started watching it and grew up with it, and people that kind of, when Bleach was still running, they got into it.
Mm-hmm.
Those fans are there. But once it stopped, no new fans.
No. None.
Like,
Like,
not, if there wasn't a whole lot, and people weren't really talking about it.
No.
So I'm not surprised that Bleach didn't win. My Hero is coming to an end.
Yeah, I thought that would have won.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like, literally, next season is its final season.
That's it. It's done. Dunzos.
I thought people would have been excited for that.
Yeah. And especially, like, how the season before, how they picked up the animation.
Yes.
Especially that one fight with Dobby and Todoroki.
Yeah.
I thought, like, oh, okay, cool. Like, we're back.
Because in the beginning, it felt like it was sort of not all there. Like, they weren't putting that much effort into it.
They're still trying to find, they're like, oh, we got to find, like, a different thing. Because the Stars and Stripes fight, that was sick.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But, like, the animation was kind of weird because they're trying to westernize it. Because she was from the States, right? So, like, they were trying to figure out a way to make it look comic booky, sort of.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, because that's what they kind of did with All Might when he turns into All Might.
Right.
It looks very Americanized. He's like, hey, buddy, how are you?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Spy Family, I feel like people are kind of teetering off.
Yeah, I haven't heard a lot of like Spy Family talk.
Yeah, I feel like people aren't as hyped for Spy Family as they used to be.
No.
Or like people aren't being like, oh, Anya's so cute, blah, blah, blah. I feel now
because those people like who started off with Spy Family probably were like, oh, look, man, this is my little Spy Family. And then their kids turned into toddlers and they're like, yo, you know what, man? I don't like you, Anya, anymore because I have to deal with my own Anya.
She has the worst mannerisms. Mm-hmm. The worst. She's annoying. Yeah. She's an annoying character. And I'm just like, why do people love her?
No, I don't understand.
And I think what they're starting to realize that, yeah, she's not that great of a character. She's obnoxious.
Yeah. She's a toddler.
Yeah.
And no, you can only watch a toddler.
so much.
so long.
And then you have to leave.
Yeah. You're like,
I'm
shocked.
going to go get milk.
Milk,
Bye.
that's it. Milk and cigarettes. Thank God Andre's not here. That would have triggered him.
And then Oshinoko, which Patrick introduced to me, Andre, and Coop.
I seen one episode and I was like, this is not.
And we were like,
what is this, sir?
what the hell? And then he told us what happens. And to the part where like
So
they
you just,
get together.
Oh, so you just spoiled the whole thing?
And we were like, yeah, we don't want to watch this anymore.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't even the fact that he spoiled it. It was the fact that they're. Do you know what it's about?
I tried to watch one episode and I was like, that's kind of weird, isn't it?
So the singer got pregnant.
Nice.
She's like a 16-year-old idol.
Gross.
Okay. In the hospital, company's trying to cover up the pregnancy so like her fans don't find out.
Nice.
The doctor's a fan of her.
Nice.
There is a patient who has cancer that he's taking care of that is also a fan of her, and they talk about her a lot. Okay.
Okay.
And they were like, how did you? And she's like, I have a stalker, blah, blah, blah. And so the stalker shows up at the hospital. The doctor chases him. They get into a little tussle. The stalker throws the doctor off a cliff and he hits his head against a tree.
Oh, and the stalker and the
and
lady.
dies.
Oh, then the stalker becomes the doctor?
No.
Oh.
Stalker goes. The patient who has cancer dies.
What the?
They're both reborn as her babies, as twins.
Oh, the heck is this? Get out of here. No way.
I'm dead serious.
That should have won.
And then the stalker ends up killing the mom. So they're trying to find out who the stalker is.
And then
And it goes from there.
that's it.
But the part that Patrick told us, I'm not going to repeat on here because we were like, no. And we're never watching it again.
Okay, I need to hear this
Yeah.
after. But just based off of that should have won, dude. You're you know what? That's my top one anime
Once I
now.
tell you what Patrick told us,
It's gonna be
you'll change your mind.
100.
Yeah, you'll change your mind.
Find out on Saturday if I change my mind or not.
Yeah. So that was that. Right. The premise that I told you, it sounds dope.
Yeah.
Right. Like it sounds
murder mystery, dude.
Yeah.
Reincarnation. I'm like, oh, dude.
Sick as shit. I
Yeah.
was like, okay. But then we got there and I was like,
No, this isn't sick.
nope.
This
Don't want this
This
anymore.
is sick in a gross way.
Don't want this anymore. So I was, yeah. So best ongoing series. I was like, you know what? Demon Slayer could make sense. I get it. The hype around it finishing, especially with the Infinity Castle arc, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because a lot happened and there's going to be big fights in there. So I can understand people anticipating this coming. Where I guess with One Piece, they're like, yeah, it's finishing thing, but we still got like 200 more episodes to go.
we still got
we're in a good spot.
Yeah,
you know?
don't worry. We're still on going for a while, bud.
Yeah, I get that. I get where they're coming from.
Yeah, and then My Hero just had a movie.
Yes, which didn't make sense to the plot whatsoever. So
None of their movies do.
yeah,
It's like One Piece movies.
yeah,
None of them are canon. They're just good to watch.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a fun little time. I thought that would get people hyped up too, because I heard it was pretty sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
you had
interesting.
you had an evil All Might, like a full evil All Might.
Was he All Might though?
Yeah, I gotta watch it. It's on
Oh.
Netflix now.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give that a watcher.
Okay. Maybe I'll watch it too. That sounds kind of dope. But I'm in like middle of One Piece right now, so I'm just like,
Where are you? Are you at Alabasta arc now? We're fighting Crocodile. Baroque works. See how much I know about this?
So they met Ace.
Oh, okay. So they're in Alabasta then.
They met Ace. I saw
Oh.
Crocodile and his tornado powers. Yeah, Ace jumped onto their ship,
Yeah,
and then a bunch of boats were coming at them, and he was like, "Fire fist something,"
Yeah.
and destroyed all the boats. And I was like,
crossfire, and it's like a big cross of fire.
I was like, "This
It's
is
like
crazy."
KKK member, dude.
And they talked about Blackbeard and how he was like a part of their crew, of the Whitebeard crew, but then
Yeah.
he like defected, and like
Now Ace is after him.
yes, because he was under Ace's command.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, that's cool.
yeah.
Also, Ace sounds like the guy who voiced Roy Mustang
He is.
in the dub.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was
'Cause
like,
forgot you're watching the English stuff.
This
right?
guy will never escape being a fire user.
No. I think it's him. I gotta double check, but
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure.
I was
it's
like,
him.
oh, okay, cool.
It's-
cool.
as much trash as like we talk about. Good man, One Piece canon. It's pretty entertaining.
Well, I used to trash it, but I'm like, I don't think I can trash it if I've never watched it. You know?
Yeah, like it's trash on sometimes,
And like,
but
it's a
you're
part
like,
of the big three,
yeah.
and I'm like,
You've seen 2 out of them.
Yeah. I'm like, I should watch the third one.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm like, I should watch the third one.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I grew up in that era.
Yeah, you might as well, right?
Yeah. I'm like, let me
see what the hype is about.
Yes, exactly. Let's see what the hype is about and why it should be anime of like the century.
Yeah, all the time, every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Exactly.
Why does it have such a big following, like a global impact where
Yeah.
it takes over
and why the fans never voted for best ongoing series?
Yeah, come on, fans.
Yeah.
It was on the Las Vegas Sphere not even 2 months ago. Twice, dude.
Yeah.
No, we don't need it as an ongoing series.
Absolutely. But yeah, so that's it for the short
Yeah.
set. That's all we wanted to say.
Just like I
because
said.
it happened today. We wanted to get it out there and let you guys know.
Yeah, we were steamed up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, steamed up.
Absolutely. So thanks for watching.
Bye.
Again, if you like to subscribe, like, comment, we appreciate it. Otherwise, your viewership's enough. We'll see you again, Sack Squad. Peace.
Out.